before we get into the installation, I want to show you all a route that I was going to take before I install the chin spoiler. There's a bracket that they sell to sit up under that chin spoiler and allow it to stay in an upright position, because a lot of them sag over the years. And in my case, my chin spoiler is pretty much sturdy. It's in good condition, but I was trying to eliminate mounting it in the various holes that's around the chin spoiler, and I'll show you all that in a second. But here, just fabricating from images offline of that bracket, and I'll show you all the bracket in a second. But yeah, I want to mimic that bracket, and I'll go through the process of fabricating it until I realize I didn't need it. So let's just go over that, and then I'll show you all what I wind up doing with the installation of the chin spoiler. So you're going to measure here. It is an inch. It's an inch before that bend. Then it goes up this way 3 inches to be exact. So we got 1 inch and we got 3 inches. All right, our first mark is a 3 inch, and then we'll have a 1 inch after that. So 3 and then 5. All right, so we got a 3, 1, and 6. We knew this piece was gonna be shorter. We're just trying to get these initial bends. So let me bend them. All right, what about this piece of steel so we can make our template? We got 3, 1, 6. Should be angled just like so. So let me fabricate this into this. You gotta kind of be on the lines like so. All right, cut me about a foot of this off of here. Turn it into this. All right, we got our first bend pretty much dead on. All right, we pretty much got our shape. I'll be cleaning up everything. Just want to get the shape first and make sure we're in the right spot. So yeah, looking good. Let me show you all. I think we got a perfect fit. That's perfect. That's perfect. I'm gonna shave some of that end off, but yeah, that's perfect. All right, time for us to put the chin spoiler on. And a couple things I want to talk about. I've been looking at a lot of pictures to try to see how the valance was made on the Cobras. Even though I had a couple Cobras, well, I had 3 Cobras. One of them was without the valance, and the other one that had it, this was attached to it, and it looked like somebody attached it to it. However, there's mounting holes throughout this chin spoiler, and the bracelet I'm fabricating, I think that's an aftermarket thing, whereas to keep the chin spoiler from sitting upright, opposed to it's eventually over time sagging down. In the metal, this valance came off of just a regular Mustang II. It was in really nice condition, and didn't have any holes for this to mount. I didn't want to make any holes in it, but if I have to make some mounting holes, we're gonna do it. I was gonna try to mount it on both sides of the fender. Here's both of the U-nuts and bolts for it. I was just gonna try to use that and swing it up in place and use that fabricated arm to hold it up right here. So we're gonna see what we're gonna do. Let's put the U-nuts on here, and I wanna put some tape here on the fender. I don't wanna mess up anything. I don't think it'll scrape up, but I'm by myself, so we're gonna try to hold it up and mount it right, and then try to swing it up here and see what I need to do. although I'm trying to make an OEM installation with this or install it how the factory was, I'm still figuring out some things. Obviously, this must have been off on the car before from damage. So this is the original piece. I see somebody patched it here. They did a good job. You can't tell at all whatsoever. But you can see the mounting holes far and few between. When I removed it, it was held up by a bolt and a nut. Here's a picture of the chin spoiler right before I was about to remove it. You guys can see it's kind of held up there firmly. I don't know how, but because the center was held on with a metal strap with holes in it to hold it in the center, and both sides were bolted with a bolt and a nut, opposed to it having a U-nut there. So it came down, but it was intact. Somebody had did some good work on it. I believe this is the correct U-nut for this. Correct me if I'm wrong. This is the one thing that I really didn't get a chance to do. Even on the white and blue Mustang, it had been off, and it was held on by some bolts. This is the right one, I believe, the right U-nut. So I had these to the side, these U-nuts to the side with some half-inch bolts, and the bolts didn't work because they had the studs on the tip of them, and ultimately almost impaled the chin spoiler. Luckily, I was kind of going slow with it, but I found something that worked perfect for this layout. So here's the bracket I'm fabricating. Got the bolt hole started. I don't know what's wrong with my camera today. And yeah, we gotta just finish it up. It's gonna be nice. All right, not change the plans. I'm not using this. Look at this. It's too far out, and it's actually gonna scrape the paint. As you can see, that slot is indented purposely, so the spoiler itself can mount up against the fender, opposed to that metal piece scratching the paint. So we're taking this off, and I'm gonna find some clips like this. We're not using this neither. I got something we're gonna use. I'll show you all. Another thing I'm looking into is, let me show you all, as far as mounting the chin spoiler to the valance with those mounting holes to give us a nice contoured look. So these, it's an assortment of them, and I think these are the perfect ones, perfect size. Nice look I'm looking for aesthetically to give us that look. I got one here, and these are perfect to fit within all those holes. And my thing is, it looked like this hole may have been made. I don't think there was no hole here. If you look over here, somebody made those two holes. We'll see, but that looks like a genuine hole there, as well as here. The middle, of course, here and there. So somebody probably used this to draw it in when it curves. We'll see. But this is a perfect fit here in the hole. All right, so this is what we're gonna use. I have a bunch of these clips, and I'll show you all where they came from. And yeah, they actually came off a dashboard. I got a whole dashboard with a bunch of these clips on it, and these 1-inch bolts, and this fits perfect for the hole. Ain't gotta worry about it sinking through this hole. And it's Phillips, so it'll come that way. And yeah, we're gonna go this route with that. I don't want to damage the paint or the chin spoiler for that matter. All right, we got the pieces in, they fit perfect. And I bored these holes out. And the holes that was not bored out, I made those look nice all the way around. All of them, made them look nice. And we got the other clamp on over here as well. All right, since I'm by myself, just taped up some spots I don't want to mess up. They put another piece right there, and go on this side. I don't scrape up nothing. So I'm just trying to get positioning with this and make sure everything aligns correctly before I bolt it all the way up. So we don't want to damage nothing. All right, let's mount the chin spoiler or get it set so I can figure out how I'm gonna do this. I can't open the garage. It's cold outside. It's in the 30s today. So got the heat on, and yeah, we're gonna try to do this by myself without damaging anything. All right, got this bungee here, and making sure the corners are all right. Got sitting on these gloves and these crates, and we're gonna raise this up and get one side started at a time. And I'm just trying to get some positioning before we make these really nice factory holes in there. So I hate to screw into this, but we use some tape over in the spots we're gonna drill through with a step bit. Got that, that's nice. That side as well. Perfect. All right, you can see here coming into place. We can move this right now. All right, so with this, the one thing is you guys can see this slant. It has to match up with this. In a sense. Has to be a kind of smooth transition here. So we're gonna get it the best way we can, not messing up anything. I'm gonna get it in position and we're gonna figure out where I'm gonna make the holes at. Be back in a second. All right, I got it held in place with this right here. We don't want to mess anything up, but what concerns me is, does it have to be gapless? We have the same gap here as here. This is holding us in place. Let's look under here. Let's get our bracket. Let's the sun came out, but it's chilly. It's pretty chilly. If you're looking upright, it looks super nice. Back is there. Oh no, I may just put the, let's see what the brace will do for us, man. Will the brace hold us right there? Oh no, I may leave those seams. I don't chance anything. It don't look that bad. It looks like an addition piece opposed to just being one uniform piece. I'm more concerned about this. We probably can get these up more and closed off. Yeah, we can do that. But we may have to leave that like that. I just don't want to damage it. And it don't look bad, but I can probably close these off. Let's look under here. But this is the angle we want to be on. We want that smooth transition from here. You can see that angle to there as well. This is holding me up. We ain't chipping nothing, but I may put a towel or something right there. So this would go like so. I have to bend it up some more because the hole's not aligning either. Be a hole right there. And this is what will hold it in place. Where's our holes lining up at? I'll put some tape in those spots. We get this one. I may just make this one for right now. Look at that, that's spot on. I'm not using that. I'm not gonna use that. We're gonna make a hole here with a step bit and lock this in this spot right here. So we may just have those little seams. I don't want to mess up anything. I'm probably just gonna make this hole here. Just keep us straightforward. I don't have to worry about it sagging because this valance is up here. And I'm probably just gonna make this hole. Let me put some tape here so I can make the hole there. I'm nervous. I don't want to crack any of this clear or crack any of the paint. I'm trying to contour it there just for a look when it still looks super good. Like I said, just an addition piece, and back when it was made, it probably contoured perfectly there. But these pieces are old. These are 50-year-old pieces. And we're just gonna leave it like that. This is what I was more worried about, the angle. And that's the angle I want. So, yeah, this is, I'm not gonna drill into, like I said, I could probably pull that in. And that little small seam is not gonna make or break the look of the car. It's still gonna look nice. Still gonna look really nice. But gotta make do what I got. So let me let this down a little bit, put a piece of tape right there, and mark where I'm gonna make the hole. Tape there. You can mark it, or you want to market it now. Let me get a marker. All right, got our hole. So now I'm gonna take it back off. Got the stretcher here, and I'm gonna remove it. We'll just take it back off now. Silver screw's working out perfect. Hang like so. We got this side holding us up over here without damage anything. All right, let me remove this. Take it off. So I was gonna use a step bit to make the hole. Just use a drill bit the same size as the hole we're trying to make. We're gonna drill through the tape to keep any damage down to a minimum. So this is our hole dead on. We're gonna make it right here. Perfect hole. No cracking or nothing, just some tape residue here. Gotta get off. So we're gonna use one of these instead. This is the perfect size. Just a clean look. When I was underneath the car looking at the mounting holes or how I'm going to mount the spoiler underneath the valance, I really didn't like how it looked. It looked terrible underneath it. Although you're not going to see it, I just didn't like how it looked. It looked awful to me, so I removed it that second time. I had to remove it anyway to drill that hole and get ready to mount it. I took it back in the booth and I sprayed some undercoating on it, some rubberized undercoating to make it a little bit more firm and sturdier and give it a better look, as well as some texturized paint to kind of clean it up aesthetically so it can look well up against that valance from underneath as well if you're under the car. And I got some overspray on the clear, and I could have just canned it off anyway, but I'm like, let me flow coat this thing. I'm here. I got some Glamour Clear, and I took some 800 grit, sanded it all the way down, and I had some minor imperfections in the clear anyway that was unnoticeable, but I sanded it down and I I shot 3 coats of clear on it to give it a flow coat, and you all will see that right now. Let me walk you through that before we finish the installation. Left the heater in here on all night. And it should be super hot in here, as it is. It's turned out beautiful. Beautiful. Look. This is how it should look. This is what I was looking for, right here. This is all I wanted. This is it. This is what I was looking for right here. All right, I'm satisfied with this now. All right, we're gonna let it harden some more. And then I'll be putting it on probably tomorrow or the next day. I even sprayed purposely over those U-nuts to add some protection to them as well. Yeah, both sides super good this time. We didn't play no games. Dang, look how nice it look now. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so I think it looks great. Is it seamless? No, but it does look like an individual piece. Like it is. It's not one solid piece. It's an individual piece, and maybe it was a little bit better contoured 50 years ago, but these are 50-year-old pieces. And this was perfect for me because I got the angle I want now. I got that angle I want since I did this. And let me show you how it look underneath as well. End is up there very, very firmly. I think it's nice. I don't get over that. Push it a little bit more, but yeah. Yeah, that's in there. That's not budging. Also, that looks way better, despite this chin spoiler being repaired some time many years ago. This looked way better, and we'll get a better look at it. You know, I'm glad I painted it. We're coming together, and yeah, this ain't budging. This ain't going nowhere. That's in there. Very good. I really like how I did that. Although this chin spoiler is mounted on here very firmly, I may add a few more of those retainers in a few selected spots just to make sure it stays put. I'm not worried about this spoiler flying off here due to the vehicle driving excessive speeds up and down the highway. That's not going to happen, even though it's an air deflector. I just want to add a few more so it can stay put throughout the years, or stay firmly mounted throughout the years to come. So this is exactly what I use, like this. I didn't have to worry about going with quite a few of these. It wasn't those. Which ones I was going to use? These. I was going to use these, but no, this is perfect. Let's see how it's designed to hold in place and not pull back. These are very good, and it gives it a better look aesthetically. The next thing we're doing right now, and I'm actually filming it, is this guy. So this is the next video. Very detailed video with this as well. I'll be finishing this off in a second and installing it. So the video will be right behind this one, because I'm just about done with this whole setup. And we're going to install it on the car, as well as the Cobra emblem here. So be on the lookout for this video. This is next. Also, I want to show I unmasked the car. I did better than I thought I was going to do with masking this thing. I know you can miss some spots, but I did so well. All the rubber, I didn't miss a spot. Everything turned out really nice. Even these turned out so nice. Yeah, I didn't miss a beat when I masked it. I masked it well. Door jams, everything. All this turned out so nice. And I also kind of go over in another video coming up, as I go to getting these runs out and stuff and making it look nice, what inspired me to go with I call it the Midnight Edition. It's a truck that I bought. It came with the Midnight Edition package. And that's why the trim is just high gloss and with that triple jet black paint. And I'll just go over everything. I don't want to go too far in detail, but yeah, everything turned out nice, and I'll go over all of that in a little while. All the masking paper, everything was masked up very well. I'll leave that on until I get through cutting and buffing this thing. All this turned out so nice. So that's yeah, be on the lookout for that video as well. Just do a separate video, just kind of run off how everything looked, the door jams and everything. Not masked on. This is a wrap for this. I couldn't ask for nothing better than this. I couldn't ask for it better than this. These are 50-year-old pieces, and they look fantastic. They really do. They look very well. And I didn't have to make a whole bunch of holes to get the look that I wanted. So, hope you all found this video helpful. Hope you guys are enjoying this series, or this completion of this project. I'm moving along pretty fast, and things are coming together. Headlight should be here in a minute. We'll pop those bezels in. Once again, hope you guys are enjoying this. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button for me. That helps a whole lot. And I'll keep kicking out these extremely detailed videos as I put this thing back together and make it look nice. All right, Terrence, and I'm out.